Hey everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, once again, we are going to take some important and the latest questions on AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. And I'm sure that you know that this exam series, the code for this exam has changed from CLF-C01 to CLF-C02. And in today's video, my friends, I'm going to take a very interesting question on AWS Cloud Development Kit, which is also known as AWS CDK. And probably many of you might not be knowing about that. So please watch that question very carefully and try to understand this important concept. You might get some questions around the same. So let's not wait further and let's dive into the very first question for today.
So let's begin the part 27 with question number 211. The question is saying that a company wants to migrate a critical application to AWS. Now the application has a short runtime. The application is invoked by the changes in the data or by the shifts in the system state. Now the company needs a compute solution that maximizes operational efficiency and minimizes the cost of running the application. Now, which AWS solution should the company use to meet these requirements? And your options are option A, Amazon EC2 on-demand instances, option B, AWS Lambda, option C, Amazon EC2 reserved instances, and option D, Amazon EC2 spot instances. And this is a very important question as it covers a lot of key concepts in AWS. So first of all, let's identify what are the key terms or what are the keywords given in the question. So first of all, we can see this one here, which is a short runtime. So we are looking some application or some resource. And then the next keyword is this one here is invoked by the changes. So this also is a very critical keyword or a hint here to pick up the correct answer. And the third important keyword or the section in the question is this one here, which says operational efficiency and minimizes the cost. So we are seeing three very important keyword or the hints given in the question. First of all, we are looking for a service that runs for a short period of time, and this service should be such that it can be invoked by the changes. So already just by reading this, it should strike in your mind that this service should be event driven. And then of course, we have operational efficiency and minimizes the cost. So this is how in the real exams also, my friends, you have to spot the real keywords or the important sections of the question, and that will make you arrive at the correct answer. So let me tell you the correct answer of all these options given here, and that is option B, AWS Lambda. And now let me show you some documentation on AWS Lambda. Please go through this documentation. And also I just want to say, my friends, all these topics given here or all these other options also, for example, Amazon EC2 on-demand instances, Amazon EC2 reserved instances and spot instances, we have also taken many questions on all these concepts in the previous episodes. So super important concept, lot of questions coming on these concepts. So please check out the previous episodes. But for now, let's jump onto the AWS Lambda. Here you can read that you have to just run the code without provisioning and managing the servers, creating the workload aware cluster, scaling logic, and maintaining event integrations or managing runtimes. And of course, you can read all this documentation in your own sweet time. But here, let's focus on the use cases of AWS Lambda. First of all, we have web application. So you can use the AWS Lambda by combining AWS Lambda with the other AWS services. Developers can build powerful web applications and automatically scale up or scale down. And this is available in various configurations. So you can read all of that. Then we also have machine learning, data processing, and then you can read how to go about the AWS Lambda in the free tier. And one more documentation I want to show you, and that is this one here. Very interesting documentation on AWS Lambda. You can also watch this video given here. But let me quickly summarize this AWS Lambda concept for you. In a very simple and easy to understand concept, my friends, AWS Lambda is nothing but just a piece of code. So you develop a piece of code in the language that you prefer. For example, you can see that here, that you can use Python, you can use Go, Node.js, Java, and many more. So pretty much any language that you prefer. Develop the code, and this code is normally triggered by any event or state, and it runs for a very short period of time depending upon the logic that you have built. It also provides the operational efficiency and also minimizes the cost. So that's why AWS Lambda is just the right answer for this question. And this is not the only question, my friends, we have covered on AWS Lambda. There are many forms, many questions on AWS Lambda concept. Moving on, question number 212. The question is saying the ability to horizontally scale Amazon EC2 instances based on the demand is an example of which concept? Your options are option A, economy of scale, option B, high availability, option C, disaster recovery, and option D, elasticity. And the correct answer for this question is option D, elasticity. So let's check out what exactly is the elasticity. So here you can see elasticity is the ability to acquire resources as you need them and release the resources when you no longer need them. And in cloud, you want to do this automatically. And yes, I really want to point out here, there is a lot of confusion between elasticity and scalability. So let's check out the scalability concept as well. And here you can read that the scalability refers to the ability of your connectivity solution to grow and evolve over time as your requirement changes. But let me put this in a very simple language. So elasticity refers how fast your application can scale up and scale down, while on the other hand, scalability refers to the ability of the system, how the system can handle the load. So that's the concept of elasticity and scalability for you. Please read and understand these concepts: economy of scale, high availability, disaster recovery. These are really key concepts of AWS, and not just AWS. These are concepts that you will find across all the cloud providers. And interestingly, questions around these concepts are coming in all the exams such as AZ900 as well. So in case you're preparing for the AZ900 from Microsoft, then this is the video that you can watch. 765 questions, and all these questions covers the length and breadth of the Azure fundamentals. And trust me, once you're through with all these questions, there will be no fundamental core concept in Microsoft Azure that you don't understand, and you will be fully prepared for the AZ900 exam as well. And with that, let's jump on to the next question, question number 213. The question is saying, which AWS service or feature allows users to connect with and deploy AWS services programmatically? And your options are option A, AWS Management Console, option B, AWS Cloud9, option C, AWS Code Pipeline, and option D, AWS Software Development Kits, or also known as SDKs. And the correct answer is option D, AWS Software Development Kits. And friends, yes, I remember I took question number 208 in the previous part 26, where I really elaborated on the concept of AWS Software Development Kit, and I also shared some documentation on the same. So please watch that question as well, so that you really understand the nitty-gritties of AWS Software Development Kit. Moving on, question number 214, it says a company plans to store sensitive data in an Amazon S3 bucket. Which task is the responsibility of AWS? Please note AWS responsibility. And your options are option A, activate encryption at rest for the data. Option B, provide security for the physical infrastructure. Option C, train the company's employees about the cloud security. And option D, remove personally identifiable information from the data, which is also known as PII. And the correct answer for this question is option A, activate encryption at the rest for the data. And also, my friends, I would like to add on this question here that this section here, which is the responsibility of AWS or the responsibility of customer, this is one of the very important section. And just so you know, I took a very elaborated question number 196 in part 24. So in that episode, I really shared some tips and tricks on how can you identify what are the responsibilities of AWS or what are the responsibilities of you as a customer. And interestingly, I took some documentation from Microsoft Azure as well, because there is a very similar concept of Microsoft Azure, and this concept is primarily known as shared responsibility. So please do not miss the explanation given in the part 24, and I will leave some documentation in this part as well. Now let's move on to the question number 215. A company stores the data in Amazon S3 bucket. Which task is the responsibility of AWS? And your options are configure an S3 lifecycle policy. Option B, activate S3 versioning. Option C, configure S3 bucket policy. And option D, protect the infrastructure that supports S3 storage. And the correct answer for this question is option D, protect the infrastructure that supports S3 storage. And also, my friends, tasks like configure an S3 lifecycle policy, activate S3 versioning, and configure S3 bucket policies. So all these first three tasks are responsibility of customer. So customers like you and me, or the companies that are availing the AWS services. But this one here, the last option, is the responsibility of the AWS itself.
So friends, I hope you like the questions today. In case you have some doubts, feedback or suggestion, do let me know in the comment section. And in case you're looking for the PDF files with all the questions and the answers for multiple series on both Amazon AWS and Microsoft Azure exams, then please reach out to the community section of this YouTube channel. And also please do not forget to like the video. It really helps us to grow and keep the content free for you. Where are you going? Please do not forget to subscribe also and press that bell icon so that you get the timely notifications of all our wonderful videos that are coming on Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure and also artificial intelligence. And that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, keep learning, and thanks for watching.